Imagine you are in the vast ocean, surrounded by crystal clear water. Suddenly, a shadow, a flick of a fin, and your heartbeat quickens. Welcome to the most terrifying shark encounters with Wildlife Wonders Global. The fear of shark attacks is real, and there are stories that will make your blood run cold.
What can happen when you're swimming with friends in the open sea next to the boat? Exactly. A great white shark can appear, and suddenly, the fun turns into a nightmare. Imagine a spearfisher suddenly finding himself face to face with a shark. With the predator closing in fast, the spearfisher has only moments to react. In a desperate bid for survival, he thrusts his spear into the shark's mouth, narrowly escaping a deadly encounter. But what if you don't have a weapon and instead find yourself trapped in a shark cage, believing you are safe? The cold steel bars of the cage provide a false sense of security as you marvel at the ocean's beauty. Suddenly, a massive great white shark appears, its powerful body gliding effortlessly through the water. First, it's a breathtaking sight, but then the unthinkable happens. This majestic predator can grow up to 20 feet long and weigh up to 6,600 pounds. Its jaws, equipped with an incredible bite force that can easily crush bones, are lined with razor-sharp teeth, each about 3 inches long. Every powerful movement it makes causes the water to churn, and the sheer presence of this giant sends chills down your spine. What happens next is beyond anyone's worst nightmare. The cage begins to bend and warp, the bars giving way to the shark's sheer power. The divers scramble to find an escape route as the cage's structural integrity collapses. The once awe-inspiring encounter has turned into a desperate fight for survival, as the shark's massive form breaches the sanctuary of the cage. In that moment, the divers must summon every ounce of courage and quick thinking to fend off the predator and make their way to safety, praying that the boat above will come to their rescue before it's too late. In the next story, a group of friends stands at the edge of a cliff, ready to practice daring jumps into the sea. They are excited, their GoPro cameras ready to capture every thrilling moment. One by one, they leap off the cliff, their laughter echoing through the air. But what happens next, no one could have anticipated. As one of the friends jumps into the water, the exhilaration quickly turns to fear. Just beneath the surface, a massive shark suddenly appears. The friend who just jumped is face to face with the predator, panic gripping him as he realizes the danger. The water around him churns as he thrashes in fear, his heart racing as he tries to remain calm. The other friends, still on the cliff, watch in horror, their shouts of excitement turning into screams of alarm. The GoPro captures every second of the terrifying encounter, the footage showing the raw fear and desperation of the moment. With quick thinking and sheer luck, the friend manages to back away, never taking his eyes off the shark. After a few tense moments, the predator loses interest and swims away, leaving the friend shaken but unharmed. He quickly exits the water, his heart still racing from the shock. But how dangerous it can be when you don't have the safety of the shore nearby, but instead find yourself on a small kayak while fishing and suddenly face a nasty surprise, is shown in this scene. Sharks often show a keen interest in these boats, making it not uncommon for them to ram the vessels, sending the occupants into a frenzy of panic and fear. The once calm fishing trip turns into a heart-pounding struggle for safety as the massive predator circles, its powerful body causing the kayak to rock violently. Every moment is filled with suspense as the anglers desperately try to maintain their balance and avoid a deadly plunge into the water. Absolutely defenseless against large sharks, divers are at their mercy. In this dramatic encounter, a friend managed to possibly save his companion's life at the last second with a spear, just as the shark had its jaws wide open, ready to bite. The tension was unbearable as the spear struck just in time, thwarting the massive predator's attack and preventing a potential tragedy. The next diver, relatively amateurish, also experiences a nightmare scenario. While filming at the surface of the sea, he is suddenly grabbed by an aggressive shark on the shoulder. Fortunately, a worse tragedy is averted as the shark quickly releases him. Deep in the ocean, the beam of a diver's flashlight unwittingly provokes another shark. Feeling threatened by the light, the shark darts forward to grab the diver by the head. Panic ensues as the diver struggles to fend off the attacker. Fortunately, it is a small shark, and the diver survives with only minor injuries. Had they been larger sharks, the outcome could have been far more catastrophic. Incredibly, our final story unfolds. Never before has the public witnessed such an event live in the midst of a surfing competition. But listen for yourself.
I felt like I was just about to start moving and get going, like just start paddling again, and then all of a sudden I don't know, I just had this instinct that someone was behind me, and then all of a sudden I felt it started getting pulled underwater, and then the thing came up and I was on my board, and it was like right there. I saw the whole thing just thrashing around, but I was getting dragged under by my leg rope, and then I felt like it kicked me off, but then it was still there going, and I was still attached to my board, and I felt like I punched it a couple of times,